Hey guys, it's MazeMan112 here, and today we're going to be talking about Black Ops 2. Can it and will it live up to the hype? So let's go ahead and start our discussion. So the first thing we're going to look at is what kind of hype Black Ops 2 has behind it. If you look at it, the long list of Call of Duty franchised games, you see that they have 4 of the top 10 selling Xbox games of all time. So I mean, each one has outdone the other one, with the exception of World at War. World at War did not outsell Modern Warfare, but Modern Warfare was such a groundbreaking game that it was really relevant for a good 2 years. It was only up until Modern Warfare 2 was coming that people really were coming off of playing Modern Warfare still. It is still the standard by which all games are looked at. But each game has outsold the next one in both pre-orders and 24-hour sales and first week sales, and it's just been such a exponentially change that it's going to be hard to maintain that. I don't see how they can keep getting these newer and bigger audiences that they don't already have every year. Yes, you're going to lose some gamers every year, and you're going to be gaining that new generation of gamer, but I just don't see how we're going to be able to keep stepping it up this big. Unless, video games are just becoming that much more of a form of entertainment. It's replacing, the television, the cable, and stuff like that. I mean, people are getting rid of that kind of stuff, so you could see the video games really start to step it up to that next level. But the first thing you got to look at with the hype is that Black Ops and any of the Infinity Ward games, they offer really 3 games in one. The first you have is your single player campaign. The campaign mode is what a lot of people come just to play the campaign. Sometimes they play it with a friend, which I don't know if you're going to be able to in this one, or sometimes they just go ahead and play it themselves just to get those achievement points. A lot of people are all about that achievement score. If you look at it, you get that single player mode. I wish they could kind of intertwine these. I know they play on 2 different timelines, but it's kind of, you're picking up the story every other year, which makes it a little bit confusing. But last year, Black Ops really had a good story. It was a nice storytelling. It had a nice twist at the end, and I really did enjoy it. It kept you in the game and wondering what was going on in the next turn. The next thing you know is the multiplayer. A lot of people come just for that multiplayer experience. They don't even touch the single player campaign. They just want to see that competition. It's a different nature when you go on there. That competitive nature kind of takes over, and there's nothing better than being able to go out there and work some people over. The next thing you know is the zombies. A lot of people are going to be buying this game just for zombies. The zombie mode is going to be a little bit different this year. It's going to be on the multiplayer engine. A lot of people are surprised that they took this or haven't taken this step earlier. I'm really kind of interested to see if this changes the dynamic of the game. If it might even ruin the zombies that people come in and they've known to love right now. Being able to have the zombies, they're a little bit stupid. The AI is, and being able to run around the map, big loops, get a bunch of them behind you, run the rape train, get to those those deeper rounds, those deeper levels, get those better guns and stuff like that, which people really enjoy, and also the complexity of figuring out how to get the map to do everything it is supposed to. I mean, you went from just having to turn on the power and that would work everything. You'd have a couple traps and stuff like that. That's that kind of stuff, and then you'd have a zip line. And you could go to the zip line from one thing to another, and then you got more and more complex to the point where you need to flip this switch. You need to listen to this. He's gonna drop this bottle over here, and it was a very long system that it was very hard to figure out, and that kind of brought a new aspect to the game of figuring out, how am I going to figure out these 10, some of them had 10 to 12 steps that you'd have to do before you would actually completely unlock the map. So it was kind of interesting to, see who was going to be the first person to be able to do that as well. The next thing you're going to see that Black Ops 2 is bringing, besides just those 3 different game modes, is a new loadout system. We're still standard to having 3 different perks. You have a gun, you have a secondary, and you have your primary grenade, your frag grenade, and then you have that secondary grenade as well. And that's really it. That's what you got. That's what you have to go with. It was just a standard. I mean, it's really been there since Call of Duty 4. Every single one's had that. This one's going to be a little bit different. You have 10 different points, and you can use them almost any way you want. I'm going to be interested to see what kind of combinations people are able to come up with, if they're going to come up with a combination that's just very overpowered, or if it's going to be very nicely balanced, and you're not going to see anybody be able to take advantage. That's the key to the whole first-person shooter as having a very balanced game where there's no setup that's just going to completely dominate everybody else. And I feel when you put in 10 different point systems like that, you're really, the variable of you being able to keep everything balanced is going to be very difficult. But I'm going to go ahead and give Infinity Ward their credit. I think they're going to be able to handle that situation the way they need to. The last thing we're going to touch on real quick is going to be the new point streak. I said point streak, not kill streak. It's going to be really interesting to see that now that they're going to be gearing the game more towards your objective type players, if that changes that player-to-player interaction or not. I like to play the objective. I'm all about that W. So I'm hoping that this is really going to reward the type of player that I am and not be something that people are still going to find their way around. But just to wrap up, I'm going to go ahead and say that I do believe that Black Ops 2 is going to live up to the hype. Just because I'm a big Call of Duty fan, as a big Call of Duty fan, I enjoy that new game every year to see what kind of new things they've come up with, new stuff they're going to throw at us, and just to have that whole new experience. It's almost like Christmas morning every day. So remember, guys, this is Mazeman112, wondering if Black Ops 2 is going to live up to the hype. Tell me what you guys think. Have questions, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.